Beautiful.
Alrighty. I forgot to do a countdown for everyone. Hi, we're here. Uh, love y'all. Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for coming out to check out our first session of Masks: A New Generation, aka Prom is Tomorrow. Is that what we're calling it?
AKA Super Prom,
Super Prom. Super Prom. Prom's tomorrow, everyone.
AKA Prom is tomorrow.
Prom is
Super
tomorrow.
Prom,
If
semicolon, Prom is tomorrow.
Uh, if you're new to the channel, hi. Welcome. This is a charity channel, so you will see things on your screen like rewards if you give bits and subs during the show. We also have channel point options. Everything on this channel is donated to the Trevor Project. So feel free to make a donation via us and help our community give back to those in need. And with that, I'm not going to introduce myself now. I'll wait to do that. Saucefire, go ahead and kick off our introductions.
All right, let me do this as dramatically as possible with the hair flip and everything. Hello, I'm Saucefire. I just gave myself whiplash. I'll be GMing whatever the heck this game's called today. We'll get into the minutia of just what y'all are getting into. It is set in the fictional northwestern city of Mariposa along the Pacific coast. Pretty much where Seattle is, but not Seattle. A city of heroes, of adventurers, of criminals and rogues. And focusing on this lot. And let's start off with Jaina.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'll be playing Jaina Leith. My pronouns are she, her, and Jaina's pronouns are she, her, and I'm excited to be here. And her superhero name is Aeon Storm.
In the playbook?
My playbook is the Nova.
All right.
Welcome, Jaina, and Nielsen.
Yes. Hey, my name is Ethan. I will be playing Nielsen Peabody, aka Nobody. My pronouns are he, him. Nielsen's pronouns are he or they. They are the Outsider playbook.
And Jamie.
Hey, I am Mabruk, pronouns he, they, and I'll be playing as Jamie Ferris. Superhero name is Ramad, with the Doomed playbook. We'll see how that goes.
Honestly, what could go wrong with a Doomed playbook?
Absolutely.
What could possibly go wrong?
And rounding out our cast is Crystal Blake.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. Again, welcome to my channel. I'll be playing Crystal Blake, she, her. I am also she, her. And I am her. Did we do our superhero names? I'm having an ADHD moment. Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I am too. Name, superhero name, and playbook.
She goes by RGB for her superhero name, and she is doing the Beacon playbook.
And I'm Saucefire, he, they. I didn't mention that part. And I will be tormenting these people for the next 2 hours and 15, 17 minutes, give or take.
Exactly.
Precisely. Y'all ready for some super heroics? All right, then let's just jump right into it.
Find out.
We're going to jump ahead in time from the present day, but not too far, only by about a week. The alarming part is we're going straight to hell. Literally the bottom depths of the Stygian pits in the city of Pandemonium, where the armies of hell have amassed. There's they are sharpening blades. They are flailing around tentacles that are tipped in barbs and dripping ichor. When suddenly, just throughout the city, there is screaming not the typical screaming of countless tortured souls, but more disappointment, like when somebody fumbles a football and the crowd collectively groans, just wailing. And Baphomet, one of the generals of hell, runs in to the throne room at the very lowest circle, where Satan is seated upon a throne made of bone and mortared with blood and gore. And Satan looked exactly as you would imagine Satan would look, however that may be. And Satan looks concerned for a moment and looks to Baphomet and goes, "What is that infernal wailing?" And Baphomet says, "Lord Satan, it's worse than we feared." "What do you mean? We are about to go on a march to take over the mortal world." "No, Lord Satan, you don't understand. The heroes, they've formed together. They've formed Super Prom." And Satan, his face drops. The cast out angel who had made a name for himself defying deities, for probably the first time ever, looks defeated as he mutters under his breath, "Then all is lost." And we're going to skip back to the present day, to a more comprehensible plane of existence in a small city in Washington, on the Pacific Northwest. And I say small, it's more on a cosmic sense. It's small. It's one of the largest cities in this fictional version of the United States, topped with skyscrapers and museums and laboratories. Heroes are flitting across the sky, doing battles with super criminals who are evading police officers. But we're going to pan down this fictional camera of the mind a little lower to a high school, the William Traceman Science and Technology High School, to be specific. And in this bustling metropolis, students are kind of rushing in, forming those annoying clumps in hallways that seem to congest any kind of foot traffic to a standstill. Teachers are pushing amorous students away, just saying, "Leave! You got to leave a foot of space." And the day is just starting. First period bell has not rung yet, but it is close to or about to. And as we kind of hustle to whatever your first class is, why don't we just start with how you arrived at this school, maybe a brief description of what your character looks like at this moment, what they're wearing, and just give me a general thought of what they do as soon as foot touches campus. And we will start with Jaina.
What? She arrives in a Bentley. She comes from a family of money. She waits for somebody to open her door before she steps out. She's well dressed, well maintained. She has soft brown skin, dark brown eyes, dark hair. She's wearing green and black, and as she walks towards the campus doors, she calls back and tells her driver, Elizabeth, that she'll see her at the end of the day and that she wants to go for some ice cream and pizza afterwards with her friends. And if it's all right with her, she's going to pick up a few people.
Very good, sir. Elizabeth says as she closes the door that she had opened for you.
Ignores other students and almost expects them to get out of the way for her in a very prim and proper way.
I should mention, y'all are, I think, second-year students we agreed upon. That's, I think, in America you call that sophomore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody, yeah. It's your sophomore year. First year was all done virtually because of the pandemic, but thankfully, a vaccine was promptly rolled out thanks to a spearheading by the Radius Institute, a research and think tank privately funded and operated by a hyper-intelligent bonobo called Dr. Bananas. Schools have just recently reopened, so this is also the first day I think any of you have been here. Either you weren't, either it's your first day actually being transferred here, I think in like nobody's case, or it's just your first day attending physical class. But yeah, Jaina, as you arrive, the crowds are parting. Your entrance is kind of cowed a lot of them. They know when to give you deference, and some of the more predatory classmates who kind of smell the money on you are kind of baring their teeth, smiling these kind of fake smiles. Some of them are trying to kind of like weasel their way into whatever friend groups you have. But yeah, as you kind of arrive, this one girl that is the head of the jazz team here at William Traceman Science and Technology High School. Her name is Tiffany. She's got a kind of a tightly held back ponytail. Just kind of eyes you up the way somebody would eye up like a dress on a rack, and just says, "Oh my God, you look so amazing, Jaina."
I'll turn to her and say, oh, thanks. And keep walking.
And she says, "We gotta hang out sometime. Maybe come over."
I'll pause and turn around. I'd like that. Just go over to her. Your address?
And she kind of whips out her phone and says, "I'll text it to you. Just tell me your number."
No. Write it down.
And she smiles, like, "Write it down. What century are you living in?" And the two of the girls behind her just kind of snicker before quickly shutting themselves up. And she writes it down on a torn out part of her planner and hands it over to you.
Thanks. Ta-da! Stick it into my notebook.
Now, we're going to kind of shift perspective over to Nielsen Peabody. How does Nielsen arrive, and what does it look like? And maybe describe what Nielsen looks like.
That's a good question, because I don't think we're old enough to drive yet, really.
No.
Most of us, at least. And you tell me, is there someone who drives Nielsen to school?
What is age to Nielsen?
Maybe we'll double back a little bit further just for sake of clarity. Maybe describe
virtual school means something completely different to Nielsen.
Yeah. Nielsen, you currently live out of a government-run facility in I believe Upper Faircourt here in Mariposa, which is not a significant drive, but given the traffic here, no one really drives unless they come from ridiculous wealth, I should mention in Jaina's case. But I imagine you would be given a bus pass. Maybe transit tokens, allowing either like a bus or a subway.
Okay, then I think it would make sense. Nielsen would take the bus. He arrives wearing, what time of year is it?
It is March 13th.
Okay. He's probably got some very generic looking, tennis shoes and some shorts and a polo shirt. Looks like, not that his mom dressed him, but like his mom's mom dressed him. Very
Someone from the past.
exactly. And yeah, I think he would just get off the bus, walk to school, and then does get a little bit confused for a second when people are talking about like coming back from virtual class. He's like, oh, like, okay, remote. Okay, gotcha. And then probably just heads straight into whatever class he's in first.
Oh, are you the student who's like there before everybody else? Would you say you're the first one here?
I'd say probably, depending on the bus, but I don't think that he knows anyone, and this is where he knows class will be, so this is where he is.
I think, yeah, you have that, Nielsen has that amazing ability to go almost unnoticed, and not through any kind of natural stealth. I think it's just because he is
he is plain by design.
Yeah, plain by design. They just he just kind of fades into whatever background he's in. They have a term for that, the little gray man. Just kind of in Spycraft, it's somebody just so unnoticeable that they can get into anywhere. So I imagine as you're kind of weaving through the classes, kind of avoiding the random contingents of students, avoiding that one really rich kid who just kind of bullies everybody, because it's no longer the captain of the football team in this generation. And you just slide in like a knife between a pair of ribs before you arrive in class.
Just gets out whatever book, puts the pencil there, and then just sort of like sits and waits.
And your first class is biology with Miss Kusari, who is there kind of probably writing up the lesson plan as it goes on, and she doesn't notice you kind of slither into class. And we'll switch perspective just one more time over to Jamie. What does Jamie look like, and how do they get to class?
So similar to what I'm dressing at the moment, they're wearing a hoodie and sweatpants, coming to high school as comfortable as possible. And they probably arrive similar to Nielsen by bus, but they might have been one bus late.
Oh no.
One timing late. So when they do arrive, they're going to scammer around, try to find out where is their class as fast as possible.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine like by the time you arrive, Jamie, maybe the first bell has already rung. I don't know if they did this at your classes, but there was always the two bells, the warning bell and the real bell. And here at William Traceman, they go Karen Cougars. They play kind of classical music, probably like Flight of the Bumblebees or something in between, just to add to that stress.
Yeah, I was about to say. So, they're afraid from like the first impression. You're gonna have some bad first impression on the teachers, and now they're stressed because of the classical music.
The very calming classical music is.
Yeah, and if anybody's like actually looking very closely on them, they'll see very soft wisps of like black smoke or ash just floating off their skin.
I don't think any of the none of the faculty notices, none of the students notice. Probably the janitor notices. The janitor, Mr. Ross, he will see the smudges on the floor. And
it's very soft, like it's not.
Oh yeah, but this guy's got kind of like he's probably like a year from retirement. He's been doing this for
Uh-huh.
a while.
Not foreshadowing anything.
Not foreshadowing anything, maybe. But he's got kind of like a wrinkled, prudish face, a full head of hair that's gone kind of salt and pepper, kind of a little bit on the skinnier side, and he just eyes you down, Jamie. And is this your first year attending William Traceman, or I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I think.
I mean, like, did you? I'm assuming you were you doing virtual last year, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
All right. Then he just kind of eyes you down, and you get that deep, unsettling sense that you've made an enemy for life.
Oh no.
Uh,
I'm too stressed to notice at the moment.
you feel his stare kind of like burning like a pair of hot coals. Just, and
Oh,
you're
no.
90% convinced if it was any more hateful in this regard, you would literally burst into flames, which is a high likelihood in this city. Just people having random superpowers. And as you kind of steer into class, we'll switch perspective and maybe go back in time a little bit, depending on where and when Crystal gets to class. And Crystal may tell us how you get to class, and what the heck you look like.
Oh, I look like this. For audiocast listeners, I have very fun purple and blue hair. Just a very generic Midwestern facial structure. She wears a lot of fun pastel goth type clothes. Today she's wearing her favorite sweater with a unicorn on it and a pink shirt with hearts on it underneath. She's probably, I feel like she lives close enough to school that she can walk to school reliably, or maybe take the bus, like a short bus trip if it's raining, because her dads are very busy.
Oh yeah.
So she's probably walking to school and texting at the same time.
You shouldn't do that. You're gonna fall down a manhole.
I mean, but how is everyone gonna know that I love like my favorite superhero? Like, how am I gonna get them to notice me? It's like super important that I tweet like every chance I get, because like. If you don't first succeed, keep trying and eventually you will.
Exactly. You do get some good news, though, as you're kind of walking down to school and you're on Twitter. You have hit triple digits in followers.
I can't wait to show Jaina.
And as you kind of come rushing into class, you see Tiffany and the cadre of students behind her, fresh off of trying to hit up Jaina, and they just kind of eye you down distastefully. Crystal, you have been in the same class with Tiffany since you were in kindergarten, and it was one of those cases where the two of you got along very well until about third grade, when you don't know what happened. And Crystal just decided that you were enemies.
Oh.
Or not Crystal, Tiffany decided you were enemies.
I'm the Lindsay Lohan. Thanks.
You're the Lindsay Lohan of this.
She'll just. I mean, her friends are so cool, and I mean, she hit triple digits on her social media today, so like she's feeling pretty good. She's just gonna ignore her, and just keep walking.
And she kind of scoffs at your sweater, and she says, "Crystal, you look like a clown."
Well, one of the top movies this year was Birds of Prey, and that has a girl who dresses like a clown in it. So, if anything, I'm on trend, and you're just not.
She considers your retort for a solid minute before just giving you a curt, probably skin crawling whatever, and striding off, her minions in tow. Bye.
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 Before we go any further, Sauce, we did get gifted 2 subs. So
Mamma
the
mia.
gifter has said that we get to choose. So I'm gonna roll a d4. So I'll be 1. I'm gonna go off of. Oh gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay, good. They are still going. Oh, I got scared that our CC wasn't going. Okay, so on the overlay, I'll be 1. Brooke, you're 2. Jen, you're 3. Ethan, you're 4. So the first one goes to Jen, and the second one's gonna go to Ethan. I will let you guys pick. You can either add +3 to the team pool, or gift yourself, or another player if you want, gift a adult move.
I'll give an adult move to Jamie as part of my sub reward. How's that?
That's fine.
Ooh.
Very kind.
I will put some in the team pool.
Nice.
Also kind.
How much into the team pool? Sorry,
Three.
+3.
Oh, nice.
Tres.
Okay.
That's Spanish for 3.
Tres?
Un, deux, trois.
If Alyssa Vamp ever asks, I do listen when she teaches me Spanish.
And as you kind of triumphantly in your victory, both on Twitter and in the battlefield that is a high school hallway, Crystal Blake, and make your way into class, we will switch once more back to Jaina, because I forgot to ask what Jaina looked like, what Jaina was dressed in.
Oh, she described herself as dark-haired, brown skin, dark brown eyes, green and black high-end clothes, well-to-dress, well-made. She has this air of confidence and authority that seems a bit unusual for a 15-year-old, but then again, she's a teenager, so maybe she just knows what she is and wants to flaunt it.
Nothing is usual about teenagers.
Teenagers are scary.
Agreed.
And as you all finally settle into class, and kind of get your books out, Miss Kasari starts going over her descriptions on basic biology, teaching you about how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. The important things that you would hope to learn. The class goes by relatively quickly, and at the end of it, Ms. Kusari kind of sets down a group project. Nothing too extensive or complicated. It's just coloring it, not coloring in, you're not 2-year-olds, but labeling in the various parts of a pig anatomy. There's going to be a dissection later in the week, but she wants this to be a group project, and she's doing one of those things where she just says, form your own groups, and Ms. Kasari quietly prays that nobody gets left over or can't find a group assignment, and she says, groups of 4.
Immediately looking around for targets.
Crystal immediately eyes her friends.
I do. Crystal and Jaina, are they seated together?
Yeah.
What is the seat placement looking like? This is important information I need to know.
Yes.
Back of the road, kids.
Yeah, I
mean,
was gonna suggest that. I don't know about Nielsen though.
I think Nielsen wants a view on everyone in the class, so I
That
think
makes
that is
sense.
a good place for him.
That makes sense for sure. Yeah, I see that.
I feel like being the social butterfly, Crystal is habitually late. So the 3 of you get like seated together, and like occasionally, and like she's like stuck like more like not in the front row, but towards the front row, like where no one wants to sit.
Mhm.
She's just turning around back to you guys, just like us, us.
I push one of the desks away that a student's about to sit in and say, That seat's taken. You can't sit with us.
And he's kind of on the smaller side, 16, but still kind of waiting to hit puberty.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of, you see his lower lip tremble a little bit as he walks off.
I'll reach out to him. Brian, you can sit with us tomorrow, okay? Just not today.
Brian nods his head. Clearly, you can tell he's a little intimidated by all of this. And up at the front, Miss Kasari is seated. In front of her is this large stack of tests, just virtual tests that were done before you guys came in for physical class. She's doing some grading, and just idly distracted as y'all fill out your sheets together.
So, are we just supposed to label these? This is the whole project.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. You can, yeah, go ahead. Do it, Nielsen.
It's like pretends not to know what some of them are and is sort of like writing it down. Writes what like the heart, like sort of really where the heart's not to be. It's like, that's not right. Erases it. Looking at everyone else.
It's a little
Just
more
staring at
intense than just the heart, maybe like specific ventricles and arteries, bile ducts down a little bit lower.
You got this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Got this.
Guys, look, I hit triple digits today. She's gonna like
Oh my
try and like low-key show her phone.
Ooh.
It's a whole
proud of you.
101.
I'm trying to make sure that it's hidden from the teacher.
Is
Oh.
that's good.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
real good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been sitting at like 98 for like 4 months. So that's like awesome. That's a really great progress. That's like super fast growth.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And
It's
Crystal,
really good.
as you're showing off your phone, just a new picture kind of shows up on your feed. It's one of the many heroes you follow. This one is a picture from the leader of the team Apex. For those of you who don't know, Apex is the premier super team. I would say both in Mariposa and maybe the United States, maybe even the world. I would say that because this is my world and I can say whatever I want.
No, he's right.
But so many would agree. And Apex is it works out of Mariposa. Their spire, their hidey hole, is within the city limits, situated on a tiny island in the bay. And the leader of Apex is a superhero called Barn Owl. Whoever she really is a mystery to all, but she's incredibly well funded. Theoretically, it has been, you have seen, she's bankrolled by Bernadette Raynard, the billionaire heiress of Raynard Dynamics. But that's all just conjecture. No one knows for certain. But you can see that not only has Barn Owl, a picture of Barn Owl shown up on your feed, Crystal. It is a crime bust that has happened in your neighborhood. The Bagmen, one of the smaller gangs, were caught trying to steal uranium, not 2 blocks from where you live.
Where were they stealing uranium from?
From a passing truck that was headed towards the Radius Institute.
From a nuclear power plant.
Just down the street from Crystal's house.
Just down the street from Crystal's
I
house.
mean, a lot of traffic goes by our house. So, like, sometimes there's really weird looking trucks.
Sometimes they're ensconced in lead.
Mm-hmm. They're very heavy. There's a lot of cracks on that street.
But not a moment after you see this picture, your one of your fathers sends you a text message, and he just says, "Everything's fine. House okay. Look what I found."
Oh.
And attached is one of Barn Owl's signature boomerangs called an owl dart.
Guys, look what is it Michael or James that found it?
It is Michael.
Guys, look what Pops found. Look. Barn Owl was by my house. Oh my gosh, I am so gonna take a picture with that and tweet it.
And it's when this kind of when this quiet whispering starts happening, Miss Kasari picks her head up and says, "Crystal, phone's away."
Sorry, Miss Kasari. That rhymes.
Nielsen, can I talk to you for a moment?
He's labeling hearts, Miss Kasari. He can't do it right now.
It's about his test.
Certainly, yes. I will go and walk up to the front of the class.
100% again, Mr. Peabody.
Nielsen's like under his breath, dang it.
And my question to you is, either you have never made a single mistake on a test in the year and a half you've been enrolled in the school, or you shouldn't be in this school. You should be in a college or university. I don't
think that's true. That's actually not a lie.
She looks at you with a very intense look and says, "Is everything okay at home?"
Thinks for a moment. I think so, as far as I know.
Okay. I'm going to arrange a meeting between your parents or guardians and one of our counselors, and maybe we'll see about getting you in something that will put better use to your skills.
Well,
do we hear this?
Yes.
Wait,
do any of you have super senses or super hearing?
No. Not super hearing. But the moment I see a friend of mine is going there, I'm like, I want to be involved.
It's just teacher wants to talk to a student. It's not unusual.
So do I hear this?
Yeah, probably. You probably get bits of it.
Yeah, Nielsen isn't being quiet about his parts.
Okay. Can I raise my hand to get her attention?
Yes, Jamie.
I think having Nielsen here with the class is very, very inspiration for all of us. If he's very smart, we'll all be as smart as well in time. My grades are horrible.
I'm glad you believe so, but we're just trying to think about what is best for Nielsen.
Labeling these pig's hearts is what's best for Nielsen, so we kind of need him back at our project, miss.
What does Nielsen think?
All three of those hearts that pig has.
I drew 2 more for you, Nielsen.
I am sure that my parent or guardian would
You seem uncertain.
Would agree to have this. He has a thought. I know that my guardian would agree to have this meeting.
I look forward to meeting them.
Yes.
In person.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Do
that
I have to be there for this?
I
I think that it would make me feel very uncomfortable to be here for this.
You don't have to be here, but we'll be having thorough discussions about your future, which I think you'd want to be present for.
I think they will be able to elaborate in a significant amount for me to understand.
And with that, Ms. Kasari nods her head and kind of gestures for you to go back to your desk.
Thank you. I will. Yes.
and the rest of the class is rather uneventful. She tells everybody that they'll be dissecting pigs in the coming weeks, and while that can be unsettling, it is not mandatory. And you can see a lot of the students are kind of like, some of them are going a little pale at that. Tiffany just kind of blanches at the prospect. And the rest of the class goes by rather uneventfully. Now, what does y'all, I asked y'all ahead of time, just tell me what your class schedules look like. Maybe tell me what your second period, third period, and fourth period is. We'll start off with Crystal.
There was a mix-up this semester, and I accidentally got put in weight training.
And the coach, Mr. Madison, just kind of he played a lot of hockey in college. You can tell that. Maybe high school.
He has hockey muscles.
Yeah, he has hockey muscles and a Canadian accent. And he says, don't worry about it, eh? Just we'll see about getting that fixed up. But until then, we're gonna need you to get into your shorts right over there and hit the weights. Why don't you?
Like, smack them? I feel like that's a little aggressive. I don't think that's good for my mental health or well-being. I don't think my dads would want me to do that.
Oh yeah, that was just a turn of phrase, eh? Won't you Yankees gotta say that when you're down here? You just we'll start you off on something light and see how you like it.
Okay.
And Coach Madison, I'm writing these down so I know what their names are. Coach Madison kind of leads you over to this large contraption, kind of just doing power squats. And he's like, we'll set you up on some CrossFit a little bit later, eh? And Crystal, you are an accomplished superhero in training, more or less. But you are capable of rather impressive athletic feats, aren't you?
I mean, I'm good at running because that's important. But I'm more on the, let me see. I think I'm more on the athletic side or the gymnastics side. Yeah, I do acrobatics. I don't lift heavy things. My dads usually do that around the house. Like, I never have to open the spaghetti jar. That's Pop's job.
Yeah, once we're done, we'll get you open up all the jars you want, eh?
Sure.
That's the it is imperative that you, as a young woman, are capable of opening up your own jars. You don't need no man.
Well, I mean,
the future is female, eh?
Yes, but when
pats you on the back, cutting you off.
There's also the electric jar opener.
Wow, we're in the far future.
We are. And he leaves you to your to lifting heavy things.
She does not like this. She cannot wait to pick a new class.
Jaina, what does your third class look like, Crystal? Just so we know what your schedule is before y'all round out the rest of your day.
Third class is calculus, and she's quite good at it.
Okay, and don't you share calculus with somebody, if memory serves?
Me.
Okay.
And yeah.
Oh, everybody but Crystal is in calculus right now.
I'm not in calculus.
Okay, not in this calculus.
Not this
Computer
semester.
science.
Yeah.
Okay. Then since y'all are in the same calculus class, I'll just say, when you get there, just you can already see tests are returned to you. And how do you think you did? And we'll start with Jaina.
She suspects she either got an A or A plus or whatever they
I mean, she
graded
expects
scale.
that, but
Yeah.
how do you think she actually did?
I think she did well. She thinks she received an A or whatever the top marks is within this class.
Back when I was in high school, we started off with like just no, we didn't start. We started off with 1 to 4s.
Mhm.
Then we went to out of 10s, and then at the end of it, we went E to R.
They're trying to be as confusing as possible
Yeah,
for the students.
It's part of the learning process.
Yeah,
Obviously.
but here they just give a standard letter grading.
Mhm.
You've got your test back. It says fantastic job, little smiley face underneath it from your math teacher, Mr. McQuinn. Writing this down, or sorry, your calculus teacher. Nielsen, how do you think Nielsen did?
Oh boy. He's really hoping for like a solid C, but I think it's probably another 100.
The actual like living calculator.
You just
everything is
your self-preservation protocol overrides any attempt to
can't get it wrong. Ethan, whenever I have to do calculus, do it with a computer rather than doing it with paper.
Mhm.
And so I think that is Nielsen's also default, is just sort of like, you know what? Maybe he didn't show enough of his work.
I was gonna say, like, maybe there were marks for showing work, and he just has the straight answer.
Maybe like a step in between, but
yada
not
yada.
enough.
Miss McQuinn will set you down by the table, and he'll ask if you need help. Maybe extra tutoring. Just because clearly you're not understanding some of the elements here, and if you're just copying down answers you find online.
Well, I guess it was an online test, so that makes sense. But no, and if you could tell that to the teacher we had before, Miss Kusari, that'd be a real help to me, that I need help.
I will do everything I can to help tutor you, Nielsen, to help you get to make sure that you pass this course.
That will become your father.
Thanks, Dad.
But I'm also going to have to request a parent-teacher meeting.
They're already coming in. It works out real well.
Oh, fantastic. I look forward to speaking with your parents and or guardians.
Me too.
And Jamie, what is your fourth period class?
Fourth?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
I think it was writing.
Creative Writing English, which I share with Nielsen and Jaina.
Okay. Since we focused on them last period, this period, tell me what is Jamie writing down? What is his?
Okay. What's the like just any creative?
It's a creative writing, so I think they would just start off with something like write a 10-page story, fictional story.
That's the start off. That's that's
an advanced school.
I mean, double-spaced.
Jamie is passionate about writing, but is not super good at it. So they might have wrote this like fantasy story about some adventures in a fantasy world, maybe on the beach.
Oh no!
We're patrolling.
This is all sounding very familiar. I'm assuming.
One of them was a frog.
They went to the moon.
They did go to the moon.
The teacher, oh man, I'm doing it. Your creative writing teacher, Mr. Gray,
Okay.
sits you down
Okay.
and just says, "This sounds a little derivative, and a little narratively inconsistent."
I was trying to do something like that you would write yourself.
Oh yeah, and just so we're clear, it's Mr. It's spelled with an A. That way,
Oh, unlike
that way, he's
Distinct.
an original character, an original OC.
not me.
Not
At all.
me. I have no idea what
That's
you're
his
talking
first name.
about. Not me, Gray. And he says, I'm just thinking maybe you need to write something a little more structurally cohesive. I like the characters.
So instead of every page they're in a different place, all the pages will be on the moon?
I'm concerned that they don't actually do anything on the beach.
No, that's their name, the Beach Patrol. That's what they do on the beach.
They very rarely patrol the beach.
Oh, I didn't consider that. I didn't
And this has been a
You have a
15-minute inside joke. As the class comes to an end, and you head to your fifth period history, Mr. Martinez is doing a lecture on the tragedy at Rosend Park, which is where the villain, the nematode, detonated a rather impressively sized magical bomb. Its effects are still kind of unknown, but it is supposed that he and a sizable portion of the Golden Age heroes, the Circle of Friendship, were vanished in the process. Rather somber note, but there is still notes that a spark of hope, because from the disappearance of the Circle of Friendship, the team Apex was formed. And class kind of rounds out. And we'll kind of just touch base with your after school activities, and then maybe how y'all go about doing super heroics. And we will start once more with Crystal.
She is going to find all of her friends because her dads are working late again. Do you guys want to go get pizza?
Yeah, Elizabeth will drive us if you want.
No is not an option.
Cool.
I think in this situation.
Food.
And we,
Yep.
yeah,
That is something
We can-
humans require.
That's the right
we can
attitude.
pick up the new Mewy Maui configure it released this morning if you want.
Oh, neat. Yeah, let's go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie, how'd your story go? Did your teacher like it?
How did you feel about the close to copyright infringement?
Was
Wait,
there
did
copyright
you get the
infringement?
story? A copy who?
Their story was fantastic. I read it and followed it quite nicely.
Yeah,
Awesome.
look. I'm original, okay?
I really like the part about the singing lady that came and helped, and like the body swap that happened. That was
Mhm.
really, really cool. Like that'd be so crazy to happen in real life.
Yeah, I thought the idea of a swapticus is very funny.
Yeah.
And sorry.
You can't put your other game in this game and then not have us talk about it.
He's not the one who put it in.
It's me. It's my fault.
Hit me.
I'm to blame.
It was me. I was the turkey all along. As you kind of head down to the local pizzeria, and I haven't thought of any good pizza pun names. As you kind of head down to the pizzeria, you can you can see Tiffany and her friends are already there, and they're kind of laughing to each other, and they give you kind of like a snide look as they exit. And as you kind of settle in to a slice of life pizza here in Upper Faircourt, so I can remember to put that into our Bible. The owner, who is a lovely man named Mr. Won, he's from Korea, settles down, gets you some pizza, asks if anybody wants anything to drink, kind of eyeing you up as you're all kind of sat down. They do that whole "is Pepsi okay?" question.
Preferred.
Tastes the same to me.
I don't notice the difference.
And then he departs. And it's at this point, kind of, each one of your phones kind of gets a little ping, just an email alert. And it's just a little message from the school to parents. Y'all are kind of on the same mailing list, just saying that there's going to be a discussion later today, an open town hall online meeting discussing several disappearances that have occurred at the school at William Traceman. There have been 2 disappearances of students.
The first day.
Well, just students associated with the school within a short period of time. And the growing concern that it may be connected to an increase in super villain gang activity. But other than that, there are just like flyers for the rest of the week, various events that are coming up at the school. The students are putting on a musical. They're doing a Seussical, and just various other news updates.
Who went missing?
Yeah, what's their names?
One of them is named Andrew McCanch. He
Can
was
you spell the second name?
McAnsh.
Okay,
He was on the robotics team. The other one was Jessica McNamara. She was field hockey team, and both of them went missing within probably a few months of each other.
Do we know that each other are superheroes?
That's up to you guys.
I'd say if we all know each other by now, yeah.
Yeah, then I'll mention this. If this has been up for like a month or so, maybe it's not getting the interest of the big guys. We should take care of it.
Yeah, or maybe they like haven't found any leads yet. Like we should like totally ask around and like see if anyone like saw anything because Andy was a really nice guy. He helped me a lot when I was making my suit because I couldn't get the lighting right on my own. And I couldn't really ask Dad.
Is this something that we should be worried about?
Oh no, worry I think is the wrong attitude. Of course, I hope they're doing fine, but today was a bit boring, and this should be fun.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, and it could give us like some really cool stories to tell and like maybe Barn Owl will finally notice us and like come and say hi cuz like she was almost at my house today.
Yeah.
don't you want to go and get the boomerang?
Oh
Dart?
yeah, we should go get that.
Boom a dart?
Barnerag.
Corner.
Barnerag.
Something I did want to mention. Nielsen. Miss Krasari was talking about sending you to someplace else.
I think that my other classes will have something to say to her about that. Because math they seem to think that things aren't going great, so that's good. And art has gotten a lot worse since I turned off the print function. So
Where do you print out of?
not like just sort of like a copying down.
Okay, the Control V.
Yes.
Oh, I know. You could sit behind me on test days, and you could copy off of me because I usually get a 72. I just rolled for it. I get a barely
Exactly
passing.
a 72.
That's
Hey, that is
very
a
decent.
minus.
I think Miss Kasari mentioned that they wanted to meet your guardian. Who's that in this situation? Aren't you in a?
I haven't decided that yet.
Do
I'm
you
pretty
need
sure
a
it's
guardian?
I'm pretty sure it's
What
going to
if-
be me.
Yeah. What if?
I can ask somebody from my parents' work to pose as one of your parents or guardians.
Can we have Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, you could have Elizabeth. You could be somebody from work.
Because I would hate to, see you. You know.
Elizabeth's a really good liar.
How do you know that?
Just
Because
look in
He
Jana's
lied to
eyes.
me.
Look in Jana's eyes, and you definitely know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
She
Jan-
raised me.
Jana always tells the truth.
Mhm. Always.
When she wants to.
Mhm.
When it's
Okay.
important.
I can ask Elizabeth. She'll totally take you in as her son.
Well, I have a place to stay, but I guess it would make it easier if I did need to be somewhere at the same time as my guardian. But then they would need to come as well. don't want
Elizabeth doesn't
inconvenience.
care. Look, I call Elizabeth over.
But your work that they can just hop around.
Literally drives me everywhere and helps me with my homework.
Oh, that Elizabeth. Okay.
She also has a really good words with friends score. It's really hard to beat her.
And plus, Elizabeth knows Taekwondo and a bunch of martial arts, and she studies 5 different languages, so she can basically be any of your moms if you really wanted to.
Why is she
All
your
your moms.
driver?
Because my parents think she's the most qualified person to protect me.
Okay. I guess.
We'll, it's up to you. Do you want to pose as your own guardian? We'll give you one of those eyeglasses with a nose.
Oh, you could borrow some of Pops's clothes. He has some super dad clothes. He has jean shorts.
How about this? You pose as your father person, and Elizabeth poses as your mother person. That's way so she can come in when you can't be there as your father person.
I did sort of intimate today that I had one guardian, but we can just make that my mistake.
They're divorced. How's that? Elizabeth has custody of you.
Okay. So, wait. Sure.
We have all the plans.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for later. Maybe we should go take care of the.
We should worry about the
missing
parent-teacher
people.
conference later and the missing children now. Is that?
I
is
think
that-
they're equally important.
Potato, potato.
Yeah.
When is the parent-teacher conference?
I don't know if they set a time.
There's a thing like you said, I think an online thing in the same day, right? Sauce.
The online town hall is going to be this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
Okay.
And today is
It is it is not
Sunday?
Saturday. It is not Saturday or very early for expedience sake, we'll say it's Monday.
Mhm.
the 13th of March, 2021.
Monday.
Yes, we are operating off a different calendar designed by Dr. Bananas.
February has an appropriate number of days, and it sort of mixes everything up.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
took the extra ones off August, and what's the other one? July. Yeah, returned them to February.
Some superhero event caused the Earth to move very slightly. Almost.
A superhero hit the earth really hard.
And just knocked those days right off of August.
Punch the days right off.
Fuck August.
Well, I am going to say there was an instance of, for anyone who was interested, the Super Prom Bible was posted, where you can learn more. The moon technically does not exist anymore. It was stolen and has not been recovered.
Fantastic.
So I'm certain that's had some effect.
It's had a
on-
big effect on the whales.
They will not shut up about it.
Mm.
The people who can like talk with sea life, they are just complaining about it 24/7. The tides have not been
In our favor.
have not been in their favor. The tides have shifted. And
Yeah.
yes,
I'll give Nielsen Elizabeth's number. You can work it out with her. She's free basically anytime you want her to be.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll head to school grounds, I guess, to investigate.
sorry. What was that, Janie?
Should we head to school grounds to investigate the missing
yeah.
individuals?
As you kind of finish up your pizza, kind of pay for your. It wasn't even Pepsi. It was like RC Cola. Mr. Wan lied to you.
I know what that
Nielsen,
is.
who doesn't drink, is very offended by this.
But as you're leaving across the street, there is a small gas station. It is called Tacos and Gas. And it is owned and operated by a small family. But you can see that somebody inside of it is elaborately dressed, one should say. They're wearing kind of a full green onesie, kind of a shimmery, scaly effect on it, but it's not like actual scales. They are just little drawn-on loops. They are wearing a full-sized cobra headpiece. Their face is kind of visible only at the eyes, but it's looking through the snake's mouth. You can see there's little bits of drool dripping down from the fangs. And you can see he
What
has
high
a
school
small
mascot is that?
he also has a small snub-nosed revolver, which he has pointed at the person working the till.
Never mind, not a high school mascot.
Well, it could be.
Should we go do something?
Yeah, we should move.
Oh, I'm gonna
We're the heroes.
briefly drop character for a moment. Sarah, were we supposed to do a break at some point, or
We
are
can if
just
you
gonna-
want, or we can keep
Oh no,
going.
I'm good, but I can't remember what we agreed upon.
Anyone need a break?
I could use a short break.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break and we'll refresh our drinks, do a bio break, and we'll be right back. So don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, get yourself a snack or some water. We'll be right back. Where's the break button? Oh gosh, here it is. And we're back. Hi, everybody. Sauce is hiding as I do this little plug for the channel. Thank you, everyone who's come out today. Sorry that I hit the wrong button on accident with my water cup and you saw us talking about just show stuff for like a hot minute.
We're professionals.
No, we're not. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We are a charity channel in this house. You will see options on your screen as well in the panel section down below of ways you can affect our game. We already had 2 subs gifted earlier today. Thank you so much for those. We're excited that that has happened. All the money that I get from Twitch goes to charity at the end of the month. I take no financial income from my Twitch income whatsoever. So feel free to affect our game however you want. If you can't donate via the bits and the subs, feel free to just stick around and hang out with us. Our channel point options are available as well for those of you who cannot financially contribute. We want to make sure that everyone is included, and that's it. That's me. I'm gonna hand it back over to Sauce. Also, if you
Okay.
haven't already, go watch Beach Patrol on YouTube.
Just that one episode you're in, right?
No, all of it. It was all really good.
When we last left our heroes, they had just finished a pizza and some disappointing soda pop. And as they were exiting their favorite pizzeria, the Slice of Life, they noticed that across the street at the pillar of the community, cornerstone of the community, the Tacos and Gas, was being held up by a costumed fiend, a person disguised somewhat shabbily, like that of a python, but armed with a rather rudimentary pistol. And they were, I assume, about to run into action, unless they just wanted to.
Nah.
Yeah, let
I
someone else.
I think Nielsen, his first reaction after leaving was to go and get a real Pepsi from the Tacos and Gas. But
Yeah, no, it wasn't even RC Cola. It was like Popsy.
It was Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder. It was Taste Fuel.
No.
Oh no.
All right, no more inside jokes, I promise.
As long as you
But-
explain them, it's fine.
You can find out more by hitting this link up here in the corner that will take you to
Wonderful world beyond this one.
of Action Express.
I
so
can show
is-
you the world. Speaking of
Is there-
things in chat, Saucefire, you do have a WoW event that has
A
been gifted
WoW?
by Mecha Spider.
Okay. I forgot to ask what those are supposed to be.
Oh, Wheeler WoW WoW events it's just like a bad thing that happens to the group. Wheel
Oh.
events are good things that happen. So it can be something as small as like Crystal loses 30 followers, or something as good
Your
as
phone is out of battery.
yeah, or like one of our cell phones die as a WoW event. It's nothing
Oh.
game breaking, but just whatever like bad or good thing you want to have happen to us.
I have some
Nielsen's
bad news
favorite
for you
soda
then.
is out.
This game's already broken. But yes, I will keep that in mind because I have got something in store.
Okay. How do we want to approach this?
Is there an open manhole?
There is a closed manhole in the center
can
of the
make one.
road.
Also, can't you phase through walls?
Yeah,
I mean, sure, but not. I don't want to be seen as that as Nielsen.
Guys, I was
Um,
lifting today. I could probably open it for us.
That seems
I'll-
more suspicious.
I lifted like a whole 5 pounds repeatedly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to go down to
Just-
2, but I still did it.
The snake person. We need to move.
Right.
Yeah, it is a snake gentleman. He looks fairly young, at least from his build and the way that his what
How
should be a
confident is
body,
his posture?
but yeah, by his hunched over posture, by the fact that his presumably skin tight outfit is actually kind of baggy along the arms and the chest.
Oh no.
He gives off the air of a non-professional.
Yes, he looks very amateurish, at least from
Did
what
he
you
just-
can tell.
I feel like he just left, like he's like a restaurant like mascot or something, and he just left
He
that.
was spinning a sign.
But yeah, we should get in.
Are there like phone booths, like Superman style? This phone booths twirl around a bunch of times and just.
Jaina, I have some rather disconcerting news about the state of phone booths.
They got knocked right off the world with the Days Off August.
Can I roll to see if I have a gadget that turns into a pop-up phone booth?
You know what? I will allow it.
Okay.
So inconspicuous.
One of your arrows.
Yeah. Oh, I have an arrow that does it. Okay. So let me fire an arrow. I just have to roll what, 2d6?
Yes, this would be unleash your power.
Okay. Let's see. I got you. You never know when you have to like change your clothes at a festival.
Right.
I got a 6 and a 5.
That's an yo.
And then add your freak.
My freak?
If it's more than a 9, you're
That-
good.
no,
okay, so that's a
you
10
nailed
because I
this
have a
out of the park.
-1 in freak.
Oh, but still, you're good.
Yeah, no, it is that is a solid hit.
On a hit,
which
you do it.
On a hit, you just do it. So what does it look like when you do this? Take us through the actions.
She is going to pull out her special phone booth arrow, and she's gonna like look around real quick and run into some bushes and then just bang it into the ground with her hand, and it makes a sound like the TARDIS as it like pops up, and it's nice and blue, and like it looks like you can see through it, but like they are like specially like reflecting the area around it, so like when you go in you can't actually be seen. It just looks like an empty phone booth.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, have you seen Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol?
No.
They have this thing where it will like record a 3D picture of the background, and
Okay,
then
yeah,
That's
put
what it's
that
doing.
onto a screen.
Yeah.
So it will do that. It'll just kind of spring up in the middle of the ground. This this late 90s phone booth. Now, is this
Not
like
suspicious.
I was gonna say,
at
is it pristine, or is it like does it at least look like it's been in the level of care a phone booth is typically given in this century?
I mean, it looks clean, but it looks a little weathered. Like it's definitely a little bit old, and it's a nice navy blue. I haven't figured out how to stop the sound yet. I don't know which gears are causing it.
You left the brake on.
You don't, I was gonna say, you don't make your own arrows; you order them online or something.
Andy, who went missing, helped me make it, and he's gone, so he can't help me fix it.
And as you're I'm guessing one by one, kind of.
I just drop my backpack and I shift out of my clothes as I become like a cloud of ash.
Is Crystal the only one who needs to change in and out of an outfit?
Apparently.
I think Jaina would need to.
I think Nielsen sees that this is taking not too much time, but he would have to wait for the other people to change. And he's like, all right, I'm just going for it. And so he just walks and then falls through the closed manhole like, oh no! And just phases through it and then changes and goes back up.
And Ramad, your clothes just kind of. You said you just dropped your backpack.
Yeah, like dropped it, had it open so that I
Is this like your Clark Kent taking off the glasses moment where no one can tell just because you change? That can't be Jamie. Jamie had a backpack. Ramad doesn't have a backpack.
No, like yeah, my superhero form is it's the same body, but instead of like skin, I'm like made out of ash, like very gray and dusty. So I just basically phase out of my own clothes.
Oh, nice. And Jaina.
I don't have a costume.
She puts on a mask. Her hair becomes short and gray. Her outfit is white with beautiful blue and green and gold, kind of neat designs that are almost floral in make and shape. It's the kind of has a star field around her boots as they climb up her legs, just up to her knee, and she steps out and goes, "Ta-da!"
Oh, yeah. So we've got an idea of what Ramad and what Jaina looks like. Crystal, what is your outfit or uniform or onesie look like?
Oh, it is all very nice pastel pink and white leather, and it has her name is RGB. And speaking of which, let me just switch us over to that right now.
Ruth Gator Binsberg.
Pittsburgh.
Why does everyone keep saying that? It stands for red, blue, green. I don't get it. But she has all pink, and she has RGB lighting on her suit in like the parts where like normally like the seams are like piped with leather. She has low level RGB lighting, and there's a unicorn, just like the unicorn on her favorite sweater, that's outlined in RGB on the chest. And she has a nice pink mask to go with it.
Ah, dope. And nobody. What does it look like as you rise from the sewers? You take note while down there. These sewers are far more spacious than they need to be. Whoever designed these seemed to be under the impression that sewer workers required like large boats to navigate these rivers of what you can only assume are human excrement.
I think Nielsen's probably, or nobody just looks around. It's like this was either designed by a superhero or a supervillain that needed to get around in some sort of vehicle, but is not sure of which. And once, just sort of like as he falls, vaudevillian through this not open manhole
with accompanying slide whistle.
He will just sort of like the clothing will, as he goes through, it's like a filter. And just goes into his Central Protection Bureau outfit, crest, sort of whatever that looks like, on the shoulder, and just sort of like these very basic dark blue sort of, I don't know, jumpsuit, but just sort of like, I don't know, Under Armour-esque clothing, and the face of just sort of a silver sort of metal with these faintly glowing blue eyes.
I'm kind of picturing, have you seen like those clothing store mannequins that are kind of silver, like chromed, with the blue lights kind of like underneath? And as you heroes kind of all come into form, come into costume, you see this snake-themed gentleman come out. His kind of comically sized shoes are kind of flopping, and he takes his sack with the $sign on it, kind of throws it over his shoulder, holsters or tries to holster a gun, but doesn't have a belt, doesn't have pockets, so he just kind of puts it under his armpit.
Very safe.
Wait, how much space is in the head part?
Far too much.
Does he put the gun in there?
No, but he actually kind of reaches into the mouth portion and gets a cell phone and starts dialing an Uber.
Has he spotted Nielsen just sort of like peeking up out of the sewer?
Not yet.
If I may, Nielsen would like to go over and just sort of like go underneath, sort of see where he is, go underneath the ground, phase through, and come up and pants him.
He's doing a onesie.
Gonna be real hard.
Yeah, sure. Let's say that's a directly engage a threat.
Jeez. What?
This game is silly. I love
Plus
it.
danger.
Roll plus danger.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I don't think my danger is good, but the roll was. Yep, that's a 11 minus 1.
All right.
So,
Yo.
yeah.
So
Pick
on
two.
a 10 plus, do you have your basic move sheet up, or do you need me to
I
read this one?
do.
You can pick 2 for those of you playing at home. It is resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
So I think I would like to. I get 2, correct?
That is
Yes.
correct.
Okay, I think I would like to take something from them and surprise them.
Oh no.
They will hit you.
Take their dignity. No. I think getting the gun away is the big, or my goal.
Mhm.
But then surprise them by popping up, having these essentially just the hands pop up from the ground and try to disrobe or at least depants this individual.
Oh no. And as you do this, it is I don't know if you're programmed to feel guilt.
That's in there.
Yeah. The onesie puts up far more resistance as you try to pants him than
I
you
would assume
expected.
so.
And instead of comically tearing at the hip, instead you kind of just wipe him like you're
The tablecloth out from underneath the.
no, it's more like you know when you whip a sheet over a bed, it is more like that, but instead of whipping a sheet onto a bed, you're kind of just accidentally whipping him onto the ground.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Yeah, your super strength is no match for this man. as
He didn't resist the damage, so he should be taking a hit.
Yeah, and it wasn't even much of a hit. He kind of immediately. But in the you're saying that Nielsen should take a hit.
Nielsen should take a hit.
Nielsen, in the process, you will be taking a condition.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you? I'm going to say mark guilty.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
This person was clearly no threat to you, despite the fact that he was armed.
He had a gun.
But yes, as you kind of as you smash this man into the ground.
I want to just jump at the gun.
Yeah. Jaina, you kind of jump at the gun and Aeon Storm, what do you do?
As my companions are basically taking down this poor guy, I'll just kind of crouch at his head. Him, guys. I'll crouch at his head and say, "Hey, buddy, you want to give up? We can put you into a reform program."
Crystal, sorry, RGB. How is RGB contributing?
So he's
Yeah,
already
so
on the
does Uber.
ground?
Yes.
I'd like to take his phone from him and cancel his Uber.
You see that
Just
the car,
rude at that point.
the car actually has already pulled up, or at least a car has pulled up, and as you cancel it, you just see the driver.
He gets
Boggle.
that. He gets that charge.
He goes, come on, and pull a U-turn.
Sorry.
And the snake man just kind of you can hear his voice cracking, either through terror at the thrashing that he wasn't expecting, or maybe just the real villain of puberty. You can see kind of pock marks from and acne scars peeking from within the mouth of his little viper hood. And he said, "Oh God, don't hurt me!
Oh,
It's not a real gun, dude."
I'll just kind of help him like sit up and say, okay.
I look
So-
at the gun.
It is an airsoft gun. You see it says replica printed on the side. It once had an orange tip that has been spray painted.
I
Nielsen, sorry, go
I
ahead.
shoot his thigh.
Ah! You know how thin this suit is, dude?
And Nielsen will come up and it's like, first of all, it was a real robbery. Second of all, not thin enough.
Third of all, it's a real gun, but it shoots
It shoots pellets.
pellets.
Yeah.
I'll keep the gun.
I'll kind of stay crouched in front of him. So, what were you thinking? Like, did you think this through, like, at all?
How old does he look?
He looks maybe 15.
Do you need a job? Are you like
Is
bad
he-
on money?
Is he Andrew?
As you do you pull back?
I'll like point to RGB and tell her, does he look familiar?
Looks into the snake mouth.
Much like a lion tamer would stick their head into the mouth of a gaping lion, you kind of stick your face directly into this snake mouth. It is not Andrew McCanch, but it is another member of the William Treisman High School robotics team.
No.
Oh. Well, what are you doing here?
His name is Garfield Partridge.
No wonder he turned to a life of crime.
Hmm.
Garfield. Isn't it lasagna night? Like, aren't you supposed to be hanging out with your mom tonight?
Oh, yeah, I was told to bring in some money.
By who?
By who?
I don't know, but he's wearing a suit. He's really scary. And he said he had Andrew.
Where is he?
Oh.
Where is he?
Well, I was going to suggest look where the Uber was supposed to take him.
Oh, right. Forgetting that she has his phone.
Genius.
It is a small factory in Lower Faircourt. It was a wig factory back at the turn of the century, but unfortunately, when gentlemen stopped wearing powdered wigs, it shut down. It is in the old wig district.
I'll help him up. And I'll ask. So I get the whole situation. You're kind of like pushed to do this. Why the snake costume?
I was told I had to be a supervillain, and this is the only one I could afford.
Oh. Hey.
Keep it for Halloween.
Yeah.
I think you broke my nose.
Humans heal.
He's not wrong. The supervillains, they face superheroes. I think you might know that.
I wasn't expecting anybody to show up.
Hey, so I'll write down something in my offhand handwriting and just say, go here, you can get a job, you can get a good living. Just don't do this again because you suck.
I think the problem was he was forced to do it, not that he's needing money.
Right.
Look,
Does the
this
guy
will
know
keep
what you
him
look
out of
like?
trouble.
What, RGB?
Does the guy know what he looks like?
He said he's wearing a suit.
Yeah, not like a three-piece suit, but like
No.
a mechanical suit.
Does he know what you look like?
Like a robot?
He jumped me after school.
Okay,
No.
answer RGB's question though.
Nobody. Can you make yourself look like Garfield?
I can certainly try.
We're gonna need your suit. I hope you don't mind wearing a unicorn sweater home. She's gonna take him to the phone booth and make him wear her clothes and take a suit.
It's a good look. You can't deny that.
Oh, geez, these are really bright.
You don't
Sorry.
have a choice, Garfield. So
Before you go, here's a bag of money. Can you go and apologize to the poor worker in the station? We'll take care of it from here.
And he goes back into like very sadly. You can
We'll
hear the
get Andrew,
Charlie
don't
Brown
worry.
music.
Oh, and bring my sweater back.
I
Next
don't know
time
who
we
you
have the
are.
just give. Oh, I'm friends with Crystal. Just give it to her.
Oh, right. Secret identities.
He
Mhm.
puts the sack of money back onto the counter. The clerk has gone to the back room though, and you hear Garfield yell back, "It says employees only."
Just
leave
leave
it
it
on
there.
the counter.
Okay. And,
Go home, have a nice bath. Say hi, like hug your mom.
I swear my nose is broken. I think I have a concussion, but all right.
Go to the hospital, Garfield.
It's a good thing this city has socialized medicine.
Only this one.
Only this one city.
Only this one.
Uh, and he kind of goes wandering out.
Okay.
Nobody, if you are going to be impersonating Garfield for an extended amount of time, this is again an unleash your power.
All right. Let's see here.
How does team plus teamwork?
That comes into play when you are. I think it's when you're battling a dangerous foe.
Oh, so if he does, I can't give it to him.
But I think I think drawing from the team pool you can do it anytime.
I
He was
also
also-
was
yeah.
rewarded a team, or a not a team, a reroll thanks to was it Mecha Spider? It was.
It was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are we certain Mecha Spider just meant that reroll wasn't for any of the players?
Don't.
Oh, it's for nobody. So let's see. I will unleash. Thank you, because that was a 2.
Mm.
Oof.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. Okay, that's better. That's a 12.
Okay.
Hey.
It's almost as I got a 6 and a 4. It's almost as opposite as it can go.
Okay. So for a moment, it feels as if this event is going to be an utter disaster.
Faces
He goes
upside down.
orange and looks like a cat for a moment.
I was gonna say, you're just, I'm not a cat. Oh man, we should have made you like put on a filter. But yes, as you shapeshift, you eventually kind of take the form of this gangly, kind of a shock of bright red hair, acne scars that are just unforgiving. But otherwise, I'm assuming still wearing the CPB uniform.
Yes, I will get inside of his stolen clothing that we bullied him out of.
He bought it.
Well, yes, we stole it.
We stole it. We're superheroes. We can do that, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's in the bylaws, the town bylaws. Sure.
But yes, you have now successfully stolen this person's identity.
Should we order an Uber? Just so that we don't get Elizabeth involved, perhaps. Aeon.
That is also what this robotic individual was expecting, I would assume.
Where are we gonna hide?
Do we want Uber Light, Uber Extreme, Uber Fancy?
I don't think he could
Uber
afford
under?
anything other than the light.
Mhm.
Maybe
Okay.
Elizabeth should take 3 of us and we'll just
We can-
follow and sneak in after.
Yeah.
Just picturing like all these superheroes in the back of a little
Yeah.
Uber.
I've been
In
in
the trunk.
I've been in Ubers before and like I don't think we could fit in some of those sedans.
That's fair. Okay.
And I
I'll
don't wanna be in
order
a stranger's
the
trunk.
Uber.
I could also fly, but I don't think that Garfield could. So I don't think that's a good idea.
Have you asked
No.
him? We don't know that.
No, but he already went to the hospital.
Okay, that's fine.
Randy was
He
never seen
complained
them
of a
again.
broken nose. I don't think he can fly.
Also, I pantsed him onto the ground on his back. I don't know. I think he broke his nose in like separate from our event.
Maybe the mask like bonked him on the inside.
Okay, so it is his fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
I'm still holding the gun, by the way.
You're like playing with it, holding it sideways.
Yeah. How many pellets
Pellets.
does it have?
It has 5 remaining BBs.
Didn't even have a full.
Oh, it's a revolver.
No, I shot one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as the exact same Uber comes back, parking in front,
And I want to imagine their perspective, like the 4 of us just standing there, very colorful at this with this one sneak person.
The driver just kind of leads his head out.
I think this one's for me. And
See what
it's like, does anyone? Well, wait. Do we still have his phone?
I think RGB has it.
Okay, I will take the phone and use his
Kept his phone.
Venmo or whatever to pay for it because I don't think nobody has money.
I like to think nobody secretly owns like multiple offshore bank accounts.
I mean, he's
like,
got lots of Bitcoin, but I don't think that Uber Lite takes that.
He's been just playing the stock market. He's very,
I
very
mean,
good at it.
That's whenever nobody's in class, he is just mining Bitcoin because he doesn't need to pay attention.
I was also saying maybe he's gotten really into crypto art.
That's what he turns in. His teachers don't know the money that they're sitting on.
And as the Uber goes in and you get into the back of it, and the driver kind of very tersely says, you feel free to change the station to whatever you want. Anything I can do to make your drive easier.
What
But
kind
it
of
is
music does Nielsen listen to?
What's on already?
it is a far right wing AM radio.
Goodness. He's trying to embody Garfield, who he doesn't know. So it's just like, I think this is fine.
Switch it to K-pop.
And as you're driving in the back of this car, nobody, you can hear that a senator, a right-wing senator from Washington, who somehow got elected, named Ben Wallach, has been discussing various restrictions he would like to see put on superheroes, especially younger heroes. And this has been getting a lot of unilateral support, especially from police unions, not in Mariposa, where 90% of the uniformed police officers are made up by the same superhero,
Right.
who has the ability to duplicate his body. But you can see that the driver is kind of agreeing with it. He's an older man. He's every now and then he uses the term fibrile, which you don't have skin capable of crawling, but it still feels as if it should be. And as with the rest of the team kind of behind you at a safe distance, Elizabeth seems a little too good at as if she's tailed cars before.
Are you sure we're the people who are supposed to do this? I think Elizabeth can take care of the whole situation by herself.
Elizabeth has orders to let us do what we need to. She's there in case I get kidnapped.
Would you like me to order a cleanup crew?
That'd be great, Elizabeth.
Right away.
Thank you.
And she gets on her Bluetooth and says, do you know how many bodies there will be?
So many.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna kill anyone. I think we just need to.
Hope not.
Yeah.
she kind of tuts and says, "Best to have it and not need them,
Right.
than need them and
I
have
guess.
them."
That
And,
makes sense.
You sound like you know what you're doing.
Hmm.
Eventually, you pull up in front of this old wig factory. It's not the nice new wig factory on the other side of town. This is the old abandoned wig factory. Uh, uh, and the Uber driver charges your Venmo, and you kind of get out. Nielsen / nobody /
Garfield.
/ Garfield / he actually had a superhero name that he never even got to announce, but it is. Oh wait, no, that might actually come into play.
Is it written on the neck of the?
Unfortunately,
Is Garfield written on the neck of the superhero costume, the supervillain costume?
The snout of this snake is kind of smashed in from the whipping you gave him. Jaina, Aeon Storm, where do you tell Elizabeth to put the car?
I'll tell her a block away so she won't get spotted, but we'll have enough space to walk in and scout out the area and sneak in.
Very well, madam. And she kind of reaches into the glove box, retrieving a small 9mm pistol, which she begins affixing a silencer onto.
Oh, is that the one I got you for Christmas?
It is. It goes very well with the rest of my outfit.
So like Kramad is just like a body, like a humanoid, if like ash and smoke, but like they're like white-ish eyes just go wide, and like they look scared.
Give us an hour, Elizabeth, and then come in, okay?
Of course, Mom. And she nods her head. Master RGB, Master Ramad, it has been a pleasure, as always. I've gone, Alfred. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Bye, Elizabeth. Oh, that was a card.
Cheery bye. And as you kind of pile out and get into it, kind of a position, this is a 3-story factory. It's got that old kind of 18th century factory charm, something that you might see in a Dickensian novel, in a various state of disrepair. Nobody, as you wander in, you see a group of figures have kind of gathered around a flaming trash barrel. Most of them are dressed similarly, as if they had stopped at a costume store instead of procuring actual super suits through whatever means superheroes typically go through.
Okay.
One of them is dressed like a tiger. One of them is dressed like a scarecrow. And then instead of being a woodsman, the last one is just dressed like Garfield.
Nobody will sort of grab his snout.
The kid is like impersonating the other kid.
like the cat.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's a good point.
You get the sense that Garfield the person refused to dress like Garfield the cat.
That's fair.
Nobody will sort of like stumble over and sort of like pretend to like go to side holding the costume snout and walk up to them and just be like, does anyone remember my name?
And as they turn, you can see that most of them have similar young builds. These are not grown adults. These are teenagers. You actually recognize one. They share a class with you. Nobody. His name is Kim Mitchell.
In which costume?
He is the one dressed like a tiger.
So there's a tiger and there's Garfield.
Yes.
just go up and it's like, Kim, I think that this person who came up through the ground gave me a concussion. Do you know what my name is?
Yeah, you're Garfield Partridge.
Okay. What about the other one?
You I think you called yourself Ball Python.
That's a dumb name. That sounds right.
Yeah, we were all making fun of you. I can't believe you don't remember that. It was really hurtful.
Now I do. It's all coming back. I must have just blocked it out, and then the concussion took rid of it, but now it's back.
And Garfield the cat, the lasagna-loving cat who literally has a tray of lasagna. No, it was really traumatic. And you hear a female voice from the Scarecrow just go, yeah, I said some things that I just really regret saying.
Perhaps it's best that I forgot then. I'm sure that Garfield, we're both Garfield. I'm sure that I will come to terms with it in 20 years.
And Garfield, the cat, says, Mondays, am I right?
Actually, yes.
That's a good point.
And
has anyone seen who we're supposed to meet here, who I also forget because of this concussion that I actually have?
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, he was supposed to be here when we brought the money. He was asking for $50,000 and he'd return Andrew.
How did you all do?
I got $15 from my aunt.
Did you steal that or ask for it?
It's my birthday.
Oh,
She kind of skimped out on you then, didn't she?
Well, there's not a lot of money left over ever since Uncle Tim got glaucoma.
Who could forget Uncle Tim?
He was there at my bar mitzvah, remember? You were there.
Nope, everything's gone. Blank slate me and the concussion.
And the Scarecrow says, he just texted me. He's going to be here in a few minutes. Outside, the team is kind of perched in their surveillance positions. When you see a rather, probably about 9 feet tall, this kind of roughly made, welded together out of looks like car components. This exosuit come, and it moves jankily. There's no grace or smoothness to its motions as it
3D sounds.
Yeah. I do. This thing looks probably like a GoBot. It looks like a knockoff Transformer. And kind of instead of kind of crouching awkwardly to get in the door, it tries to go through normally, gets stuck, and then it's like trying to get in, and then it gives up and just kind of pushes part of the wall down with this kind of loud thud. And this you hear this kind of distorted voice go, okay, where's the money? Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
He'll look to the other people.
We don't have your money.
What they said.
Then you know that your friend Andrew will die.
So where is he?
That is none of your concern.
I feel like I'm very concerned about it.
If you were more concerned, you would have brought the money. How clear is that voice? Just so everyone, can y'all hear it clearly?
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay,
We
good.
can, yeah.
And it's coming through on the captions as well, I think.
Excellent.
Technology has advanced so much.
And
We should approach. I think.
you can hear him kind of bellowing. This large, janky car robot man, and the carbot, who I will call Painsaw, will point a finger at you, nobody, and say, Garfield. No, not you, Ball Python. I made very clear the price of failure. My employer will not be very happy. And Painsaw will kind of shoot his arms out, and a pair of chainsaws kind of erupt from each one.
Well, I was about to ask if I could pierce the mask, but I think I know his true intentions now.
If you cannot get me the money, you are of no use to me.
We should really approach.
Yeah.
I would recommend that. We'll try and sneak closer.
Then, tell me how you approach.
As he's monologuing.
Oh, definitely.
As he's monologuing, I'll just get up behind him, and as the chainsaws kind of pop out, I will cast the moat between nobody, the kids, and this spot guy to protect the teenage kids.
Okay. I believe as a Nova, you have to roll up your burn ahead of time.
When that happens, I'll shout to the kids to run.
6.
Then let me just get my playbooks up so I can see what the heck I'm talking about. Beep 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 boo doo 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 boop boop boop. Okay, on a 6, that is a miss. So you have 2 burns.
Okay.
And is this right? You have to mark 3 conditions.
Oh boy. Sure.
Yeah, let me just make sure this is right. When you charge up your powers, roll plus conditions you currently have marked. On a hit, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition. On a miss, you have 2, and mark 3 conditions.
Okay.
But that's kind of part of being a Nova. You kind of gain, I believe you draw a lot of power from your conditions.
Yeah.
So as you start charging up, I'll say you're probably interrupted by Painsaw, who interrupts your usual charging up process. Why don't you tell us what that looks like?
It's a flare of kind of cosmic energy just floating up in a spectral fiery flame up her arms. As she goes to flick it outwards, she's caught off guard by this scary man.
And as you kind of extend your moat, you were trying to separate nobody and what nobody has determined, or rather what the group has determined, as you kind of each recognize various people here. There's Kim Mitchell as the tiger. Garfield the cat is William Party. And the scarecrow is Sonia LeBeau. And this makes up a significant portion of the William Traceman High School robotics team. And I think, unless I'm mistaken, and y'all can call me on this, we are entering battle against a dangerous foe.
Is he dangerous?
A 9-foot tall
Chainsaw man
suit with chainsaws for hands.
Debatable.
Okay,
yeah.
So
we're entering combat.
As we are entering against a dangerous foe, Y'all are going to need to determine a few things for me, and I can add some to the team dice as necessary. First of which, y'all will need to decide a leader for this little expedition.
Nielsen?
Yeah, I'm already
Yeah,
in the thick of it.
Nielsen.
So
Yeah,
Nobody.
Nielsen.
Okay, Nielsen, do you have influence over every teammate?
I think everyone has influence over me.
Okay. Would you say that you all have the same
Actually, all
purpose?
3 of you have the influence over myself because I took the happy condition.
There you go.
Jamie and Crystal. Okay, well then from last time, from our session 0, if that stayed, then I have influence over Jamie and Crystal. So that means everyone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you mistrust the leader or
No.
the team?
No.
Would you say that you're ill prepared or off balance?
I don't feel like I'm terribly prepared for Chainsaw Man. And I'm still feeling a little bit guilty about stealing Garfield's clothes.
And do you all have the same purpose? And if so,
I think so.
what?
Rescue the children
Mhm.
by, and in
Yeah.
this case, that means defeating Chainsaw Man.
Hey, then y'all got 6 in the team pool after all that fanciness.
Ooh. So that's a total of
10.
9.
I think it maxes out at
10.
6, doesn't it?
Okay.
We're
It's up to
so
you.
team.
Mhm.
We're incredibly team.
Okay, so since we decided on an initiative order,
Mhm.
or that we would do an initiative order, sorry, everything okay?
Real quick, Jen, what conditions are you taking for your 3 conditions so I can get them on the overlay?
Afraid, angry, and guilty.
Okay.
Interesting.
But she's not insecure about it. Things happen. She's very practical.
Mhm.
She doesn't feel hopeless about it.
That's fair.
Alrighty. And
I just-
transition. Boom.
Neat. And as you get all of this, nobody, you are first up. What is nobody going to do?
Okay, so as my team has sort of began to come in here, I've been trying to think of what exactly I can do against Chainsaw Man. My first thought was an EMP, but that would hurt me and our RG, yes,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
yes. I'm like RGB, not RBG. So I don't think that's the play. So I'm not strong. I think what I would like to do.
You can suggest
is-
what other people like.
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
orders, like, not orders, like suggestions.
As the team leader.
I think that I would like to directly engage a threat and try and run and phase through him and sort of see if I can pull some important wires on the inside is my goal.
All right, roll it up.
Oh, boy.
Danger.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not great because I think it brings it below the. Okay, that's a 9 minus 1. So I get to pick 1.
Yeah.
I only have 1 condition right now. So I think that this would be creating an opportunity for my allies. Trying to throw this person off balance. He's not expecting the Python to be able to have phase abilities.
Oh yeah, no, he's as you're kind of running up, you kind of hear almost a startle from the voice. It's a, "You weren't supposed to do this, Garfield. You were supposed to run." And he starts going to punch you with one of the
Mm.
chainsaw hands, which kind of gives your super suit a nick.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to need you to mark a condition. I will be a benevolent god and let you choose.
I think that would be, it's either afraid or angry. And I think that I think afraid, sort of like getting into actual physical danger.
Mhm.
He likes to be back, or transparent,
Oh.
not physical a lot of the time.
And just so everybody knows, for future rolls, you can use the team pool dice to help for those, especially for those very, very close rolls.
Does it add a +1 or does it bump it up?
You can, I believe, you can draw as much from it as you can, as you are inclined to. But once it's gone, it's gone.
Mhm.
We should use them. I
Exactly.
think. Yeah, for sure.
Especially since it gets reset at the end of the game, anyways.
Yes.
Try to remember next time.
And you were trying to create an opportunity for your allies. What does that look like?
I am
as you phase through.
sort of phasing through. If I can, well, no, I don't think so. I think that it would be, if I rolled higher, I would go for what they looked like underneath the mask. But I think that what is appropriate for this is just sort of like going for the legs as I'm facing through, pulling some wiring or something that will make sort of him buckle, and maybe the chainsaws like hit the ground or something.
Yeah, as you kind of phase through him and go through the leg, you find most of it is not advanced cybernetics as you would expect, but more rudimentary hydraulics. But the phasing kind of makes him exert himself with his punch, throwing him off balance, creating an opportunity. And I'm going to say the next person who wants to engage him will get +1 forward.
And do I choose who that is as the leader?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as the one creating the opportunity.
Okay. Let's see. Aeon Storm has already been up there and sort of like, I think you're ready to go. So I think that it makes sense for you to go next.
Okay. Then we will go to Vermont. What are they doing?
Yeah, as I mentioned, the moment I saw Aeon Storm doing their wondrous cosmic rays, I shouted at the other kids to run away.
Okay, then you can roll to provoke somebody.
Yeah, I guess. That's not my strong suit.
Yeah, if you could roll plus superior.
Yeah, 9 - 1.
Okay. Okay.
You choose.
Yeah, you can. No, they can choose one. Okay, they are actually going to listen to you. They are not. They are not going to let you or get in the way of a super fight that they are not prepared for. But in doing so, you will also gain influence over these people. So you now have
over some kids. Yay.
You now have influence over Kim Mitchell, William Party, and Sonia LeBeau, or just the high school robotics team.
Great, and I'll get into position closer to nobody.
Okay. Then we will go to Crystal.
RGB.
All right, we haven't gotten rid of his chainsaw hands, right?
You have not.
Okay, she's going to try and fire a trick arrow at one of his chainsaw hands.
His name is Painsaw. Say his name.
Find Painsaw. She's gonna try and fire like a instantly hardening, expanding foam arrow that'll just clog it all up. So that's a 7.
Okay, you are directly engaging a threat.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, plus
again,
danger?
yes.
That's a 6. I have a -1.
Can
This
we use
is-
the team dice here?
I was gonna say this would be a perfect opportunity for one of your teammates to assist.
What has to be a how much of the team dice would we have to pull for it to be a success?
One for a soft success, or you rolled a 6 in total, or 4 for a solid success.
Okay. What do y'all want? I'll let you guys pick.
If you
Yeah,
if you
the
do
person
it,
who's
or-
helping picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can assist.
All right.
And,
How's that?
Okay.
Reveal unto us the secrets.
So what are you doing again? Sorry,
She's firing a trick arrow that will put expanding foam on one of his chainsaw arms and clog it up so it doesn't work anymore.
I'll be in a position so that he's attacking me, and where he strikes, your arrow will land,
Okay.
and like I'll dodge away. I'll give you, let's say,
Actually, if you are going to do that, if you're going to kind of throw yourself in the way like that,
okay,
Mod, can you roll to take a powerful blow?
yeah, of course.
Because you're trying to distract him with your own mortal coil,
5, which is good.
which is good. When you're taking a powerful blow, for those playing at home, which how? When taking a powerful blow, you roll plus conditions, and you are trying to fail.
Yeah.
On
a miss, I stand strong. I mark potential as normal.
Yeah.
And say how I weather the blow. In this moment, it does look very scary as the chainsaw's falling down on me, and I'll begin to disassociate a bit, and I'll shift ever so slightly next to the landing of this weapon as I rematerialize.
Okay. Then Crystal, RGB, your arrow lands and
get a
just this
+4, sure.
Oh, sorry. How are you draining the entire or a large portion of the pool?
Yeah, why
If
not?
that's what y'all want me to do, that's what I'll do.
If we remove the hand from combat, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So you can pick 2 things from this then. You can resist or avoid their counterattack. You can take something from them, which I think would be taking their chainsaw hand away from them. You can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I would like to frighten them because I feel like they'll be scared when it stops working.
Okay, you would be taking a blow then. Is that something you...
Let's do it. Hit me.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have conditions yet. That's fine.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to need you to mark a condition.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah, yeah, your choice.
Let's see. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know which one would apply. I guess we'll go with afraid.
Yeah, this
You saw me
as this
get-
chainsaw maybe gets a little too close.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Like it's coming towards you. You can see it's kind of getting ensconced in glue, and the teeth are still moving a little too fast as they are only slowly being stopped by the glue. And by the time it's about a hair's breadth from your face, you can feel one of the teeth just kind of stop on your little cheek before coming to a complete stop.
I don't like this.
Okay, and Aeon Storm, you are up.
All right. Seeing this go on, she's going to overcharge.
Mhm.
Channel my full capacity with my powers. I can reshape my environment or extend my senses. I'm going to reshape the environment a bit. I'll spend my 2 burn to take a 10 plus to unleashing my powers.
Mhm.
From RGB's foam, it starts to spread, crack, crystallize, and just grow all around this super villain. spreading all over his form, making sure he's cemented in place.
Okay. As his hand kind of stops and you hear from inside the suit this panic. You aren't supposed to be here. As the suit kind of locks up, kind of candy coated, as it were, in this pearlescent light construct.
Are they considered a vulnerable foe right now?
I would say so.
Okay. Is it? I don't think it's my turn. It's Nielsen.
It is Nielsen's turn.
So they are just sort of mummified now, right? They're just sort of sitting there.
Yes.
They're big crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Big crystal energy.
Huh. I mean, I think he keeps complaining and sort of like whining. So I think that Nielsen's just going to sort of like float up and just sort of like look at what this guy looks like, see if he recognizes him.
It is very dark within the suit.
Nielsen's eyes light up.
Okay, roll to pierce the mask.
I think that I have a negative on this right now because of my conditions. Let me check.
Do you have a
No,
minus
I
to
did
mundane?
not. I did not take angry, so that does not. So it is mundane, so it is just a straight roll for me. That's experience, is what that is. That's a 3.
Okay, I was gonna say you still have some in the team pool.
I don't think that's.
Nah. I think I light up my eyes too much and it blinds myself. So I just have to.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as you turn on the lights, you don't recognize this person.
Oh, okay. But if I rolled well, I would have. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh, there we go. Potential. Got it. And then I will back away.
Ramad, what do they do?
I would like to use the subscriber, like the gift passed on by Jaina.
By all means.
Adult move and attempt to overwhelm a foe.
Oh, okay.
Overwhelm a vulnerable foe, which
then
I think is vulnerable.
This would be the case.
Mm-hmm. So I roll plus danger.
Roll away.
Math 10.
10. Okay.
Plus 2.
Then I need you to choose one. You take a powerful blow in turn. You hurt your foe more than you intended, or you cause serious collateral damage.
Okay. I think what actually, the most appropriate here was probably be I hurt my foe more than I intended.
Okay, then describe what this looks like.
Yeah. As nobody moves away after they attempt to pierce the dark glass, I'll jump up towards the fallen location, seeing that this is probably the vulnerable spot where the person is, and I will just smash into it with my whole body, just using all of my weight to smash into it. And I will just maybe also smash into the person.
Okay, as you kind of cannonball into this body, because it is made of car parts, they are designed to crumple on impact. And as you kind of hit into it, it is like a cannonball. It is like you come in like a wrecking ball, as the children say these days.
All those children.
All them children that most of y'all are. And it buckles immediately. And
no airbags?
No, I was going to say, you hear the loud deploying of several airbags from the inside.
Does he have an FM radio and Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball accidentally starts playing?
It's like in slow motion as this occurs.
It's a tape that he burned.
And this 9-foot tall mechanical suit with chainsaw arms, the pain saw suit, almost is bisected almost, as it kind of skitters across the floor over atop itself before coming to a rest on the far wall of the old wig factory. And you are out of initiative, or our form of it, as the pain saw is no longer capable of defending himself in any kind of reasonable manner. But you do hear from within just kind of weak groaning.
Sauce, do you consider this exerting myself?
I would, yes.
Yeah, so I'll progress my Doom check.
Oh no.
No. In this moment of triumph and celebration, I have to ask my team, are they scared of me?
Not of you.
Probably scared of me.
What's happening with Aeon Storm right now?
Yeah, how do they look at the moment?
Yeah.
Aeon Storm's form is what can be described as if a nova was allowed to exist on Earth without killing people.
Probably
They
not looking
are-
in your direction because you're too
Yeah,
bright.
they're more of a flame, more of a in kind of shifting form before she kind of tries to pull herself back together, but she seems to be struggling with it a bit and can't quite reconnect back to herself from what.
Hmm.
As a team move, I have to ask, are you guys scared of me?
I don't
Not
think
scared.
I would be scared. I would be concerned.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's more
scared
concerned
for
than
you.
scared. We've
Yeah.
probably dealt with this before in the past if we've been working together.
And RGB. Now that the modulation, the banifying on this person's voice has been taken off, you actually kind of recognize it.
Is that? Can I like pry open the mask area and take a look?
You feel
Yeah.
if you were a little weaker, you wouldn't have been able to, but thanks to those your weight training, you easily pry this wreckage.
The 5 pounds that I lifted for 30 minutes, sure.
Earlier today.
Earlier
Inside.
today.
You hear the coach's voice.
You did it, eh? Really proud of you, hoser. You see, he's kind of a little chubby, mixed race, kind of wiry hair. But you know this is Andrew.
Andrew, what are you doing here?
How
Why are
hurt
you-
does he look?
Quite. He is dipping in and out of consciousness.
Ramad, we already sent one person to the hospital today.
I'm gonna have to ask another question. Is this considered as frightening loved ones?
Do you love Andrew?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
You and Andrew
Maybe
have a rich
Get to know each
history.
other. Okay. Not gonna progress it again.
Considering you were probably only friends online, this might be, at least for some of you, your first meeting in person. I don't know if you consider any of these
Yeah,
the
okay,
people
that's
in
fair.
your team loved ones.
Yeah, I'm saying like okay, sure. Continue.
Yeah, did you frighten your team? I think is
yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask.
yeah.
Nah.
We already
Yeah.
broke someone's nose.
Then I
You
broke
looked
the
really
robot.
cool though.
It was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And you just kind of hear Andrew mutter that I had no choice before kind of passing out.
Okay.
The second time we've heard that today. From two different. Is this a pyramid scheme of evil villainry?
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
feel
that's
like-
what I'm thinking.
Is this evil villain trickle down economics?
It
I was
doesn't
hearing
work.
about that on the radio on the way over here.
Just looking at Sauce's face, it's telling me everything I need to know. We need to make sure that they're like,
Everyone dies eventually.
Not
Well,
the time for this.
they are a kid. Maybe should we call Elizabeth and have her take them?
Oh, right. Pull up my phone. Hey, Elizabeth. So, not body bag, but an ambulance.
Oh,
Also,
I-
like a
I've been-
robot cleanup crew.
I've been watching from across the street, Master Lythe. And you can kind of see that she is on the roof. She has assembled a large sniper rifle, and she is
I was
providing
hoping that was the
Overwatch.
case.
I'll just wait.
It is, for those playing at home, an anti-material rifle. It is designed for taking out large trucks.
That was just in the car. Somewhere.
Elizabeth, you're the best. Thank you.
And as the sirens kind of start wailing, you feel a tiny hand of Andrew just kind of placed on the closest available hand.
I punch him. No.
And he just kind of weakly says, his name is the conductor.
The conductor.
I'm pretty sure he's got Jessica.
Are you sure the conductor is not Jessica and then it's actually somebody else?
And it is at that point he passes out
Shit.
before he can
I
provide
wanted-
any more valuable
I wanted
information.
to ask him what kind of name is Painsaw.
And this is where I normally would end it, but Sarah isn't here. So instead, the ambulance kind of comes to a halt outside, and
We scatter.
I was gonna say, do you wait for the authorities to come, or do you scatter? Just everyone goes in a different direction.
I think we scatter because this is not like a dude. This is a kid. This is bad optics.
Yeah,
We run.
I'm all for scattering.
We'll just pile into Elizabeth's car.
Nobody just sort of goes into the ground.
Okay, then I think we will go into the end of session from there. So we will go around and everyone, if you have your little basic moves PDF here, the end of session thing is provided, but I'd like to tell me if you feel like you've grown closer to the team, grown into your own image of yourself, or grown away from the team. And we will start with Ramad. We will start with nobody. No, unless you do
I
need
need
a
to-
name. Oh yeah,
Okay.
if you need a moment.
I think I can start us off. I think grew closer as a team. I don't think that. Well, you know what? I think grow into an image of myself actually, because there's just been a lot of like accidentally hurt this person, sort of like knowing the power that I have.
All right, then. Can you you can shift one label up and one down?
I can go.
Yeah, sure. By all means.
I have a similar thing. I also grow into an own image of myself. Jimmy has some troubled past, let's say, and the effects that they have done, they think that they might have been a bit cruel today. They're not happy with what they have done. So I'm going to increase freak and decrease mundane.
Okay.
I increased damage or danger and decreased savior.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah, I would decrease savior actually.
RGB.
Let's see. Crystal is, I'm gonna say she grew into her own image of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had a lot of clutch gadgetry work today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even
For
even
sure.
though the phone booth still needs some polishing.
There's a homeless person living in there now.
You know, it's gonna fold up in a few hours, so I'll get that back.
There's a homeless person severely injured.
There's a homeless person. Thank
We're
you.
just racking
I
up
feel-
the hospital bills today.
I feel like for those who play D&D, it's kind of like Magnificent Mansion, where they just like pop out like safely, like they're just like expelled like to the side, and then it closes.
The first thing that is like a trap door going up to push them out, and then it collapses.
It's like burps them out.
Yeah, I feel like after taking on members of the robotics team, she feels a little bit more confident in her own gadgetry expertise because they were useful. So I guess we'll shift one up and one down. Let's shift danger up so it's not negative anymore. And I guess we'll shift savior down.
I think it makes sense why your booth makes that sound now, seeing Andrew's robot man.
I mean, it's like high school level engineering, so like something's gonna go wrong.
Hmm.
I really wanted to ask if Andrew made this robot because
Oh,
Holy
he
crap.
wakes up really late. Yeah, I made it.
Wow.
Passes back at him.
Just if he hears a chance to brag, that's what brings him back from the precipice.
And Jaina.
Probably closer to the team because they
Okay.
didn't reject her when she was kind of losing control of her powers.
Okay, and you can give influence to that character and clear a condition. To the character that made you feel closest to the team.
Who's your favorite player? I'm kidding, of course.
I will go with nobody and RGB because I gave the adult move to Vermont.
I believe
think
it's.
I think you just pick
yeah,
one.
Yeah, you just pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then since I think everybody already has influence.
Yeah, everybody has influence already over me.
That means they
You can't
can
have
shift your
multiple
labels.
Okay,
You can't have double.
shift.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
so
Yeah.
shift one my labels, my pals.
I think you had the most interaction with Crystal, so I think it's appropriate that she
Mhm.
Oh,
she
okay.
gets that power.
What are your labels currently at?
My labels: danger is 1, freak is 2, savior is 1, superior is 0, mundane is -1.
Move mundane. I just get to shift one label.
One up, one down.
Okay, so mundane up, and then what was the one with 2?
Freak.
Pop that one down.
Clear a condition or mark potential. Jaina.
Yeah.
You have a lot of conditions.
I have
Yeah,
so many conditions.
I would recommend clearing a condition, but you don't have to if you want that potential.
I want all that potential.
Y'all rolled really well, and failure is the only way to increase.
The one time I failed, it was in a good thing.
Yeah,
I failed.
and you did mark
Twice.
potential for that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you mark potential, Jaina?
Yeah, I marked twice.
Oh, when do we mark potential?
Whenever you fail a roll.
you roll a 6 or less.
Oh.
Actually, I gained potential. Excuse me. I gained potential from one of my powers because whatever, and I failed a roll, so that's how I got those.
Cool, cool.
And then my conditions will boost me 2, 3.
Wait, are you not clearing a condition?
Wow. Okay.
that will pull my potential bar up if I keep all 3 conditions.
Sorry, I'm just picturing Austin Powers when he's playing blackjack. It's like the one guy has a 20, he has a 14. It's like, I highly suggest you hit, sir. I also like to play dangerously. But yeah, that is our end of session. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Let's go around and do our outros.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's do them outros, and we'll start with Jen because you have experience doing these outros.
Hi, I'm Jen, and since we are a charity stream, I am championing the Bail Project. It is a non-profit organization that combats mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system, one person at a time. They presume innocence, reunite families, and challenge a system that criminalizes race and poverty. They are on a mission to end the cash bail system and create a more just and equitable and humane pre-trial system.
All right, lovely. Ethan.
All right, so I tried to word this better, but the first word, like the first sentence of Wikipedia, sort of summed it up pretty surprisingly well. I will be focusing on Girls Who Code, which is a nonprofit organization which aims to support and increase the number of women in computer science by equipping young women with the necessary computing skills to pursue 21st century opportunities. And something that I looked through on their website, they're about them as they support all people who identify as female and gender nonconforming and non-binary people who want to be in a space focused on feminine people. So
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Nice. Mabruk.
yeah. Hi. I'm championing Rainbow Street, which is an international protection organization for LGBTQ people in the Middle East and North Africa, which unfortunately at the current situation where I live in Egypt, it's not the best locations for queer individuals. So I think this is like a wonderful charity group to help support these individuals.
Yeah, I love that. And hi, I am Saucefire, or Gray, and I will be championing it. I will be trying to say words. Championing Child's Play Charity. They're a charity that provide video games and board games for children in over 185 hospitals around the world, as well as other support homes, I believe. I've seen firsthand just how much they help children in these kind of really troubling situations. And you can find out more about it by typing, I think, !sauce.
Yeah, it's already in the chat.
It's already in the chat. You are 3 steps ahead of me.
Chat commands, I got him.
And speaking of that, Sarah, why don't you take it away? Why don't you round this out?
Hey guys, if you're new, joining us since the break, welcome to my channel. I am the Hype Goblin. My name's Sarah. I am so excited to have you here. Thank you for everyone who gave us bits today, who used their channel points today, who gave us 2 subs today, or if you just hung out and checked us out for the first time, thank you for being here. It is an absolute honor to have you here, have you gifting to my channel, and have you supporting these wonderful people that are on the screen with me right now. My charity of choice, as always, is the Trevor Project. They support the LGBTQIA plus youth, and they provide counseling and crisis support and suicide prevention tools to that group. And as a member of the Alphabet Mafia, that's really important to me. So if you're new here, everything that affects our game that is monetary, it all goes to that charity when I am deemed worthy of a Twitch payout. And we regularly donate to other charities throughout the year as well. Excuse me. And with that, it is time for us to go because my voice is about to start giving out. So as always, go drink some water. No, coffee and soda do not count. Eat a healthy snack if you haven't today. Tell someone you love them, and remember that you're loved. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.